Hi, this is Dan Yoxheimer, and this is another, well, it's another edition of my weblog, Absurd, and I made some comment, well, recently Stephen Collins, or Stephen Collins, or however you pronounce that, the actor who was in Seventh Heaven and he played a prominent role in the Star Trek The Motion Picture, if you're an older fellow like me. He got, he got busted, sort of busted. He's under investigation because of an audio tape his wife recorded during a therapy session where he confessed to inappropriately having contact or doing whatever with young girls. Well, yeah, I mean, doing some kind of messed up shit, like he made her touch his dick. It's fucked up, I don't know how the girls were exactly, but I think they're like under 12, fucked up shit. So, I called Stephen Collins. It was a video of, I think, Rosie O'Donnell talking about it, and I called Stephen Collins a bag of dicks. And someone online whose handle was Ann Landers, who, of course, is the deceased famous advice columnist in a newspaper advice columnist who was, around for years and years and years, so she uses that as a handle, and she was just going back and forth with me, and I called, well, kind of back and forth, and I said, well, you're just as, she posted back and said, you're as bad as he is for just saying something like bag of dicks, and I posted back, it's like, of course, and this was a little extreme, I called her an ignorant cunt or something to that effect for saying what I said as being tantamount to being a child molester, because I called Stephen Collins a bag of dicks for doing something abhorrent, which I thought was stupid, and I was pointing out she was stupid, and she was so stupid for doing that I felt it was warranted to call her an ignorant cunt or something like that, which I did. So Ann Landers, blah, 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 went back and forth, and then there's this Tracy Smith who posted against me, like, something like, it somehow got to Michael Jackson. I forget. So there was a post within that exchange that had something to do with Michael Jackson. So, I mean, anyway, in any case, if I can find that, no, I can't on my phone for some reason, but, oh, more shit about Honey Boo Boo. But, so anyway, this other person this Tracy Smith, and she posted directly to me, like, no, there was a Daniel Axler, no, MJ is not highly suspected of anything, and you would know that if you got your head out of the tabloids and actually looked into the case. He was tried only, okay, first off, saying he's not highly suspected of anything is bullshit. People highly suspected him of doing this stuff for years, and there was a huge settlement where I think he had to pay off the sum of $20 million to this one young boy and their family, who they just settled out, and it was just something the lawyers did to end it, and that pretty much really largely ended his career in a sense. I mean, he never came back from that as far as, when this stuff happened. So he's highly suspected of this. There's probably more people that suspect him of being a child molester that don't, at least in this country, for the most part. I'm not talking about Bangladesh or whatever, or wherever he's fucking popular in, or Japan, but here, people think you think MJ, the first thing you think is, diddling young boys, so they do highly suspect him. And of course, okay, so what? I mean, he was tried by 12 conservative jurors who viewed every single piece of evidence. That's because they probably didn't have, beyond a shadow of a doubt, maybe there wasn't, and I don't even know that. I didn't see him molest any kids. I don't know that, but for fuck's sakes, what's this fucking, 50-year-old or 45-year-old dude having a bunch of young boys over to his house for? I mean, he's got an amusement park in his back fucking yard, for Christ's sakes. I mean, you know, really. And then she goes on to say, conservative jurors who viewed every single piece of evidence, but Sneddon, I don't know who Sneddon is, that was an attorney, and none of it pertained to MJ being a molester. That's why I was found innocent and not guilty on all 10 charges, including the 4 lesser counts, which I don't know what that was. The only thing the media reporters, people, were allegations. Whatever. And then I kind of shot back and anyway, and then she came back and said, yes, why not? Everyone who knew the guy personally could attest to him as being a good person. Not really. I don't think everybody who knew him could attest to him being a good person. He was a fucking weirdo. I mean, even Corey Feldman said he, you know, stopped being friends with him after a certain age, and that should tell you something. I mean, Corey Feldman never said he molested him, but whatever. I mean, Corey Feldman, you know, he idolized him, but he was a good human being, good with children. I wouldn't let him watch my kids. I don't believe in anything without proof. Neither. I mean, it's not that I don't believe anything without proof. It's just there are certain likelihoods. Okay. It's just it's quite likely that, you know, Michael Jackson molested kids because of all of the you know, sometimes the outward appearance does represent the inward appearance, and plus there's a lot of stuff going on around that. So yeah, I think he probably, you know, he was in all likelihood a pedophile. Just as much as I think OJ probably cut his wife's freaking head off, because who else had the motive? And he killed Ronald Goldman, the dude. I don't know if she was involved with him or not, but it's just these, you're looking at, yes, it wasn't proven in a court of law because maybe murderers get away and stuff with murder. It's just they didn't have that little key piece of evidence, or they didn't have, you know, something that could prove beyond a reasonable doubt. I mean, plus celebrities, in case you haven't noticed in this country, Tracy Smith, is that, this is the one who commented in this, and the one who uses their handle, Ann Landers, celebrities tend to get away with shit in this country, okay? I mean, holy shit, Charlie Sheen, Lindsay Lohan, special treatment, even freaking, Amanda, I mean, we're not talking about murderers and child molesters, but like Amanda Bynes, she threw a bong out a 30-story window and shit. Okay, you go throw a bong out a 30-story window after smoking a joint in the lobby of the place you live in, and not be a famous person, and you get the same treatment she did. You're not going to go to a psych ward, and you're not going to get, like, you know, your parents aren't going to put you into conservatory shit because you can't afford. She was at the time, she still is a millionaire, and she can afford the best possible legal people who have connections. Okay? You are treated differently when you are a celebrity in this country, or if you're wealthy in this country, you can get away with more shit. That is the freaking point I was trying to make, you daft individuals. And I apologize for using the C word to refer to you, but you know what? You are. I mean, really. I mean, this is ridiculous. If you don't think that, you live in America, you know that. If you don't know that, you're too fucking stupid to live. That's how things work. If you're broke and you go into court, you may as well, even if you're, you know, there's good people whose lives get destroyed in the justice system who didn't do anything. And you don't care anything about those people. You don't give a shit about them. But, you know, some pop star who was jacking off young boys and, you know, just had a complete, you know, basically, you know, had a harem of young boys that he could molest. You're defending them up and down because he did the fucking moonwalk. You know what? Fuck you. You are typical of the ignorance in this country that is undoing it. You know, seriously, it's ridiculous. You're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot if you think otherwise. You are the reason this country is going down the fucking tubes. You are the worst generation of people. I mean, I thought my Generation X was a shitty generation. You know what? Generation Y is, if this is who these people were, which I'm assuming they were. If they weren't, I don't know, but they and actually, yeah, the whole country sucks anymore, honestly. I don't really even think there's anything, for the most part, it's just a complete, it's, ignorance from coast to coast at this point. I mean, it's ridiculous. But this kind of shit is, I mean, really. I'm gonna sign off on this one. This has been Daniel Oxheimer. This has been absurd, and to you lovely posters who I had this brief interaction with, I hope you learn to wisen up a bit and realize things aren't always as they seem. They aren't. And you're talking about, if you're using the justice system as a gauge to say, oh yeah, that person's innocent because of the justice system, you're out of your fucking mind. Our justice system in this country is so quintessentially fucked up. I mean, really, we have more people in jail than China. And China has like more people in the world than any place else in the world. I mean, that's how bad this country is, and that's how bad our justice system is. It's just bullshit. God. Yeah, you two are idiots. Fuck you, and fuck Michael Jackson. I'm glad that fucking plastic-faced motherfucker is 6 feet under. Fuck him.